Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. A little bit of news at 10, but nothing crazy. We should be good to go at that time. Please hit the like as you guys come on in. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Turn the music down just a little bit. Make sure it's not too overpowering. YouTube chat, y'all let me know how the sound is. Sound should be good. All right. Let's get into it. So we had a nice win on US30 yesterday. So yesterday US30 did some funky stuff here. We pushed all the way back up. We finally broke this high that we weren't able to break Asian highs. Finally broke it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday, and then finally came down for the overall sell. So it was just a deeper pullback that US30 did before it came back down, which is fine though. Like I said, I really like the sells over buys, simply because, you know, the bullish momentum has been crazy lately with the all-time highs that US30 has been you know, making. So let me remove that because I really want to make my thing smaller. What else can I take off here? Anchor text. Take that off. Okay, yeah, not much smaller. Okay. All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's go to the daily here. So on the daily time frame, guys, we have finally broken yesterday's low, previous low. All these lows are finally broken, but we're still holding nicely above this area here. This 50% retracement is testing this area on the daily time frame a couple times. It's testing that area a couple times. So as long as we stay above this area, guys, the only downside to that is we're still very bullish above these highs. But if we should so happen to break these lows, which I kind of hope we do, I would love to take some sell continuations on down. If we look at structure, that's typically what the market's supposed to do, right? For us to, you know, to maintain bullish momentum. You know, this is typically where you want to see price to come down to create another higher high, higher low, and then just continue, you know, firing away. But that's not what I want. I want the sells to come into play so that, you know, we can have some data as to where we think the market is going to react to. I want to see a complete dip and break structure for price to continue bearish. So we'll see, but we can't think about none of this until we see what price does here. So with where price is currently, so 5 o'clock we had a drop, another drop at 9. This candle just opened though. Would love to see a retest of these highs here, but we'll see. Let's look at the 1 hour here. Still waiting game on US30 right now. No trade. Looks like we're going to continue dropping here. Where's support? Right around this area here. So we're about 28 points away. Not too far. So we have to wait. No setup right now on US30. Just gotta wait. So oil moving right along here. Oil left a nice rejection work on the daily here. Nice long rejection down from this support here. Would you look at that? Yep. Damn, already got the pullback. I don't know if we're going to come back down to that low. I don't think so. We left 2 rejections at that low. I don't think we're going to come back down there. Darn it. Might have to wait a little bit today, guys. Everything is pretty much already taken off. We just have to wait on the next set of setups to happen here. So we'll see if we break these highs here. I'll probably be looking for some sort of confirmation here at this area of structure to take the buys from there if we break that high. If not, and we decide to come back down, I'll see what we do here and see if we can find some positions from there on oil. But for now, it's a waiting game on oil and a waiting game on US30. So may not find a setup as quickly as we did yesterday. So patience is the name of the game today. So what do you guys want to talk about while we wait? We have news at 10 o'clock, so we'll see what happens around 10 for that. Don't anticipate anything crazy happening with news, but we'll see. You know what that means, at least for US30, if it gives us any kind of push or anything like that. But like I said, it shouldn't be anything to sneeze about. So we'll see.
Charlene, how do you use TRADOVATE?
Excuse me?
I see you have TRADOVATE on your screen. How do you use that?
That is not a simple answer. That's something I recommend you go online, your YouTube, and go over how to set up your account, how to connect it to TradingView and all that. That's not something I can answer in 2 or 3 sentences. It's a process, but it's not a difficult one. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that tell you how to do it. So it's not something I can answer right now.
Okay.
Greetings from Tanzania. Hey Charlene, do you think oil makes most of its volatile moves during New York session compared to any other? Yeah, it's the most volatile session. So yeah, stock market is open, so everything's moving. Good morning, Charlene. Are you able to share what contract size you're using for YM and CL on futures? Right now I'm using minis just to test it out, just to keep on back testing as I've been doing. But pretty soon I'm going to be going to larger contract sizes. Thanks for all you do in the trading community. You're welcome. How much is your biggest profit ever? Hey guys. All right, let's keep it pushing here.
I think you truly something special.
$9.30. Whiplash. Very good, very good, very good. Charlene, are you trading 100% futures? No, I'm still trading Forex. I'm still trading US30. It's all a waiting game right now, guys. We're just waiting to see what is going to happen here on US30. And oil is gone at the moment. Oh shit. Gosh darn it. Did I say I was gonna wait till price broke here and then look for buy positions from here? Did that happen in the last 5, 10, 15? Shit. Did I miss my entry on oil? I sure did. Ooh. I missed entries on oil. Yay. It's moving fast today. Boy. I could have swore the last time I looked at oil, it was lingering over here somewhere. When did all this happen? Is my question. Shit. A lot of volume today. Lots of volume today. A lot of volume. A lot of volume. I like that we're rejecting. I like that we're rejecting. But then we have some news at 10, right? So we have to think about that too. So We have news in 15 minutes. News in 15. What I'm hoping doesn't happen is for news to come and then this thing just shoots up. If it just turns around, goes bullish, and just does that on one candle, like let's say 1 5-minute candle, that's gonna suck. Hopefully that doesn't happen. So we'll see. We'll see. Hmm. 500, 150 watching. Ouch. 150 likes with 500 watching. You guys kill me. Are we in oil today? No, we missed our oil entry. We missed our oil entry. I was looking for oil to retest this area here. And I don't know, in a blink of an eye, that thing just took off. I think I was looking at US30 a little bit too long. I don't know. Took my eye off it for a second, and this would have been what I was looking for. Because like I said, I don't think we're going to come back down here. We rejected it hard 2 times already. I was looking for a price to come back here, but I didn't think that was going to happen. And so I was looking for the next buy opportunity above the next level of structure, which is right above these highs here. We pushed up nicely. We created, we pushed up nicely here, created a retest, and I was looking to enter off the retest. And this thing just, out of nowhere, just took off. So that's that's the trade I was gonna take on oil. I don't know when this happened. This took off so fast. So it usually doesn't move that crazy, but today it did. So well, what are you gonna do? You know, what are you gonna do? Look at that. Look at that. That would have been my trade of the day right there. Come on up here, hit TP. I know you're gonna hit. I know you're gonna hit. Come on up here. Come on up here, boys and girls. Yep. How many of y'all think it's gonna hit? I think it's gonna hit. How many of y'all think it's gonna hit? It's probably gonna continue bullish too. Darn it, man. I should have been in this move. Jeez, when did this happen? Yeah, we were looking at US30. Freak. It moved so fast today. I don't know. Y'all supposed to be looking out for me. Hey, Charlene, look at oil. Like y'all always do with other pairs. Nobody said anything. Everyone's just like, oh, we're just going to wait on US30. How do you determine the average daily movement of a pair? You measure it. Go to the daily time frame and measure how many pips it moves every day. You want to know how much US30 moves? You want to know how much a pair moves? Let's look at a different pair because I don't want to mess with my chart right now. Let's do AU. Let's look at AU. See how much AU moves in a day. You go to the daily time frame. You look at each candle. You just pick a spot, average. You grab your measuring tool. Wick, 2, wick. 71 points that day. Next candle. Let's say this one. Wick, 2, wick. 68 points, 70 points that day. Wick, 2, 73 points that day. Let's keep going, shall we? Let's do this candle right here. Let's look at the big candles. Boom. Wick, 2 wick. 63 points that day. This week, look at that. Bullish momentum, but weak bullish momentum here. Price kept pushing up and down, playing with people that day. This week. 59 points that day. This day. 29 that day, nothing. It seems like the average that AU moves is about 70 points, roughly every day. So that's how you measure how often, how much a pair moves in one day. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Where the smothered potatoes and turkey sausage breakfast at? I don't know. How do you determine the average daily movement of a pair? So that's how you do that. On the 4 hour, it looks good to 80. Do you average it over a specific amount of days? So I just answered it for you. So you should be good to go there. US30s making us wait for a setup here. Making us wait. Look at her trying to dip down here. Come on, give me a long wick rejection and get your ass back up here. That's what I want to see. Well, we didn't quite hit. We came very close to it, but we didn't quite hit. Maybe we still will. Who knows? But I'm not in this trade, guys. This was the setup I was looking for, and I missed it. So, have to wait. US30, anticipating rejections for price to push up to retest these highs or these highs. We are pushing below support. But we have to wait. We have a little bit of news in about 5 minutes. Like I said, I don't think that news is going to be anything crazy, but if we do happen to break support here, most likely might tap into these lows, but not before we get another pullback. So we'll see. We will see. The market is trying to make us work for our money today. They're like, nope, we gave you an easy one yesterday. You're going to work for your money today, Charlene. We're not playing with you today. Sometimes the setups are easy. Sometimes they're not so easy. Sometimes you got to do a little bit more waiting, a little bit more analyzing. It is what it is, you know? What are you going to do? I guess we gotta have that patience like a sniper for these charts. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, you'll make a lot more money waiting than you will rushing into setups. You will. You'll make a lot more money waiting than you ever will rushing. If you think you missed it, if you look at this move right here, and you're like, God darn it, I missed this move. You've already lost the battle. You lost half the battle already. You lost. Because if you think you missed a move, it's always a setup for another move. Kind of like life. You take a loss doing something or something doesn't go your way, you think your life is over and it sucks. Not realizing that it's just setting you up for something better to happen to you. You know? Charts imitate life more than you guys think, more than you guys even realize. These charts, what we're doing here, imitates life. If you think for 1 second, oh my God, I missed the move. Look at US30 just dumping. Look at oil just pumping up here. We missed it, we missed it, we missed it. You didn't miss nothing. We did not miss anything, guys. There's always another trade. There's always another setup. There's always another opportunity. It just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. What is for you will always find you. Always. Nothing's going to stop it. Nothing's going to stop it. If you're supposed to do something or be somewhere or be with someone or accomplish something, whatever is meant for you guys is always going to find you. Some way, somehow. Where there's a will, there's always a way. Always a way. Just as numb as I want you guys to become with losses, I want you to be numb with thinking you missed a move. become numb with thinking you missed a move, because you did not miss anything whatsoever. All right, the sooner you guys realize that, the better. Okay, beautiful. We are rejecting and we're trying to come back up out of this area here. But it's news. We got news. So what I didn't want to see, like I said, guys, was for news to come and one candle go flying up. It's looking like it's trying to do that right now. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Yep. Look at US30 playing in my face today. Wow, guys. What did I say? I did not want to see that. I did not want to see one candle just fly up and smack into that level right there. And that's exactly what it did with news. Screw you, US30. Whoa. Oh, wow. Well, I don't trade news, guys, so. Oh, my goodness. Come on. I know some of y'all jumped in. I know some of y'all took these buys. Because y'all got some cold, ice cold water running through y'all veins. When you guys see these moves, y'all just be like, nope, buy, buy, buy. I know some of y'all jumped into this. Yee, geez, Louise. Can't catch a break over here. Yee. Ah. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Yes, 30. Come on. I don't know. Today might be a no trade day for me, guys, because that's two setups out the window. Your oil gone. Tap TP hit on oil. TP hit, and I was not in that move. US30, these were the buys we were looking for, and news just took it away. Today is not my day. Today is not my day, apparently. The only other thing about trading that aggravates me, guys, that irritates the crap out of me, is waiting for my setup and not being able to take it because of unforeseen market conditions. Like you said, there's always another move. Yeah, but this was my move. There is another move coming. I'm fine with it, but essentially this was the move I wanted to take right here. This was my position. This was the trade I had in mind. Now it's a whole bunch more waiting, and if I could just take my trade to get in and get the freak out, that's my plan for the day. I don't want to sit here for 2-3 hours. I want to get in, get my money, and get out. But now I have to wait a little bit longer. I got things to do. I don't have time to be sitting in front of this computer forever. That's why we're starting our live streams at 9 o'clock now instead of 7. It's much better for me. It's just less time, you know? If I could be here for 30 minutes, an hour, hour and a half max, that's all I want. I don't want nothing more, nothing less. I don't need anything more. I don't need anything more. This was our move right here. This was it. This is what I was looking for, except what I did not want to happen, what I wanted to happen, what I didn't want to happen, happened. I didn't want one candle to fly, but what I did want is to get the buys, is to see the buys play out, and the buys are playing out, but not in the entry confirmations that I'm used to taking. You know what I mean? My entry confirmations are rejection, up, retest, rejection, and take off. Those are the entries that I take when I'm looking to take my trades. If I don't see those, I'm not confident with the trade. You know, the trades where the market just flies in one direction on one candle. This is one 5-minute candle, guys. We're on the 5-minute time frame. This is one 5-minute candle that did that. That flew probably 100 points, 87 points, and one 5-minute candle. You know what I mean? And then you tap that on with news, double whammy. It's just not my entry confirmation. Maybe over the next year or two, my trading will change a little bit, and I'll be comfortable taking those type of entries. But right now, where I am now, that's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. Trading like that in the past has gotten me a lot of losses. So I'm not trying to rush to lose money and rush to jump into moves that I'm not comfortable with taking. This is me, you know. It's just annoying that that's the move you wanted and it came and you can't take it. If this move, right, had pushed up and gave us a bullish candle closure like this, and the next candle open, left the bottom wick, then just that alone right there would have given me enough confirmation to take a buy. But when we push so deep out of this range, which I was expecting, right, price can come down, leave a long wick, because this is a wick on the higher time frames. That's a wick on the 30-minute. Next candle opens where the last candle closed. You're just looking for price to come back out of this range, because the problem is, guys, if you look for a trade here, right at the top of this range here of my zone, I have this zone here for a reason. That's where I'm looking to see price react from. So if I don't wait for confirmation here, I'm taking a gamble, because price could have easily done this and then continue down, being that the trend is already bearish. So it's a risk taking a trade right there without added confirmation. Okay, you see here, guys, you see here where price pushes down, then it pushes up right here. Right here you have a zone right here. See how price pushes into the zone, pushes wicks out like it wants to go up, comes back and plays around? If you take a buy right here without waiting on one candle to close outside the zone and the next candle to close and to go up, you're taking a gamble. It's not, you're not sure where the market wants to go. You're taking a gamble there, and you go ahead and you jump in for a buy thinking that this candle is going to continue up, and you get clapped when it goes down. Same thing here. You have a zone right here. Right here, the market's inside this box right here, pushes up like it wants to go up, like it wants to push back out of this support here. Even this candle pushed all the way up, retesting this supply zone up here before it melted all the way down. The more confirmations you have, the easier it is to take your trade and be confident in the move. You never want to take a trade and be on the fence about it. Be kind of here, over there, you're not quite sure. You know what I'm saying? It's too much stress. It's already stressful taking a trade as it is. Now I'm going to add more stress by taking a trade that I'm not even entirely sure about. I would much rather miss the move than jump in and be nervous about that move. Okay. Look at this pullback here. Came right into this area here, which would have been TP, and rejected all the way back down. Huge rejection on the 1530 1 hour. This is cray. Are we gonna melt from here? I don't know. See what I mean? And then it does something like that, leaving a long rejection wick, telling you, hey, something is pushing price back down. There's a reason why price didn't fly all the way up here or continue bullish. Something stopped price here and brought it all the way back down. Something stopped it. So we're gonna see. Wow, look at that. Guys, whenever you see candles forming and you see long wicks, stay away from that setup. The reason being is because there's a ton of indecision. See what the market's doing here? It's testing this zone again. It pushed back up into supply, rejected that area as back at support, trying to decide, do we have enough volume to break support to continue bearish, or are we going to try to push back up again and try to break this high? When you see wicks longer than the body of the candles, you need to stay away from that setup. Stay far, far away. Do not touch it with a 10-foot pole. Nobody wants to trade indecision candles. At least I don't. Okay, oil. Oil, what you got going on here? These supply zones are holding nicely here. These supply zones are holding quite nice here. Look at that. These pullbacks are hard. Just clapping each other. Let's see if we retest 50% of this move and then continue, or we're gonna just come on back down. See, this rejection up here on the 15-minute changes a lot. It changes a lot. So it's indicative of a deeper sell-off. I'm afraid for buys right now. I'm afraid for buys because of that rejection. Ooh. It's not indecision. Price is seeking liquidity. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for your assessment. I believe it's indecision. That's how I look at the market. So if you look at it a different kind of way, totally respectful. Totally respect your opinion. But we all look at the market differently. We all look at the markets differently. I feel it is indecision. When you have a wick, that means you have buyers and sellers going at each other. That means the market is indecisive. It doesn't know if it wants to go up, doesn't know if it wants to go down. At least we don't know. Why? Because we're human. We're not robots. We have no idea what the market is going to do. So who knows who's going to be right, you know? I love it when people come on my live and try to tell me what things are. I get it. Some of you have more knowledge than others at things, but it just doesn't make sense to me when some people are so adamant about how they feel about certain things and then try to force it on somebody else. Doesn't make sense to me. You know, it's all about how you say things. It's all about how you say things. You could say, well, Charlene, I think it means this. You don't say it's not this and this is what it is. How the hell do you know that? You better be on the market maker side to know that information. In which case, if you were, you would not be on my live right now. So that's what I think. That's how I feel about it. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel about it. I'm not going to come on someone else's live and say, that's not a support. That's a demand zone. Come on, guys. We all look at the markets in our own way. Can't tell somebody that's not what that is. No one knows what it is. Do we really do? Do we really know what's going on? Nobody really knows. We're all just trying to do the best we can. We're just trying to do the best we can with what we see and what we know. Our level of knowledge and what the market tells us. That's all. That's all. It's crazy to me. You know, I'll never get to be, guys, I'm always going to be a student of the game, right? I'm always going to be a student. I will never sit here and act like I know every single thing. I know the meaning of every single thing. I know exactly what US30 is going to do every single day. I will never, ever even try to get like that with you guys. But at the same time, we got to humble ourselves just a little bit. Humble ourselves just a little bit. Remember that none of us really knows what the market is going to do. None of us. We don't know what jack shit means sometimes. You know why you think it means that? Because it makes sense to you in your head. That makes sense to you in your head. Any other time, you have no idea. You wouldn't have the slightest clue. Gotta remain humble, guys. Remain humble. Always be a student of the game. Always be open to looking at other points of views, other ways of looking at the market, understanding. Because sometimes somebody might see something that you don't. Someone might sometimes there's things that I don't see on here that you guys might point out to me. You know what I mean? But when you just blatantly say, this is not that, this is what that is, like, come on, guys. How do you know that? Especially for something like that. Liquidity is relative to some people. Liquidity to me, this could be liquidity to me. To some people, that might be liquidity. To some people, this might be liquidity. To some people, all this might be liquidity. It all depends on how you as an individual looks at the market, and it's based on your knowledge of the market. I cannot sit here and say, guys, someone says this is a resistance, and I say, no, it's not a resistance. This is a resistance. That might be a resistance to someone who looks at the market in their own way. So to them, that's a resistance. To someone else, it isn't, because they see the markets differently. Simple as that. Which broker does she trade on, please? If you just look at the description box of the videos, that would answer all your questions. Very simple. If you guys just look at the description box of videos every once in a blue moon, might answer some questions that you have. That way you don't have to ask it 72 times in the chat. Dum-da-da-dum. It's definitely crazy to be watching Charlene and then trying to tell her how to trade. If you know much, then why are you here? Exactly. It's all about how you say things, guys. There's a way to help people, and there's a way to be an asshole. And sometimes you say things a certain type of way, and it comes off a certain type of way. Understand, guys, that you guys are communicating with me via a chat. It's not like you're talking to me and I'm able to, converse with you and we can bounce ideas off each other through talking to each other. It's not like that. So when you say something in the chat, you got to understand how it might come off. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Hi, Charlene. Good afternoon. Thank you for your sessions. Please, I want to ask a question on confirmation. I usually have issues with candle confirmations before entries. Please, can you throw a little light? You need to get my course for that, because candle confirmations it's not a black and white answer. That is something that you need to study and understand, and it's relative to the pair that you trade, the volatility, wicks. It's a whole bunch of stuff that you have to know. So if you want information on that, get my course, and I'll teach you everything you need to know about candlestick entries. Okay. People can disagree with someone's analysis without it being an issue. Yeah, you can disagree, but like I said, it's about the way you say it. That's all. I welcome you guys throwing out different ideas here. I welcome that, but I'm just asking how you say it. Because you could have just said I think US30 was grabbing liquidity. You could have just said that, but you didn't have to say that is not what it was doing. It was doing this. When you say it like that, then we have a problem. That's what I have a problem with. You telling me that what I'm saying is wrong and what you're saying is right. Absolutely, you guys can throw out different analysis and disagree with what I see. Absolutely. Because we all see the markets differently. I'm not going to knock you for how you analyze or how you see the markets. But just be conscientious in how you say things. That's all. Am I wrong about that? Someone please tell me. That's like you're watching a cooking channel, right? You're watching a cooking channel and this person is cooking every day and they're cooking something that they've cooked 1,000 times. And because you cook it differently, you're telling them, hey, you're not supposed to have the fire on medium when it's doing this. You're supposed to have it here. It's not supposed to be on that when you're cooking it. And this is someone that has cooked this dish 1,000 times to how they like it, but you're coming on their platform telling them how to cook that specific dish. You could say to them, hey, sometimes when I cook this dish, I have it on low heat instead of medium heat at this time. But you're not going to say to them, you should not have it on medium heat, then you should have it on. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So if you misunderstand, I'm trying to explain to you. Simple. You know? This is a safe place, guys. It's open floor, open door policy where anybody can come in and speak and say, you know, let's talk. I welcome it. I welcome it. But listen. Just be conscious of how you speak. Your course is for free on the dark web. All right, cool, buddy. We appreciate your content, hence we are here. Thank you, Charlene. You're welcome. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Facts. Fact. No, you're so right. I had a same situation yesterday in another subject and said same thing. It's about how you talk to me made me crazy, not criticizing it. Yep. That's all. It's how you say something. Things can be misconstrued all the time, you know? And that's why I really don't like texting. Like texting a lot, like things can get misconstrued in text. That's why I rather phone calls. If you feel some type of way about something or you want to talk to somebody about something is bothering you and you know what I'm saying? Sometimes a phone call, just a conversation will squash everything. Just a conversation. But then when you send a text, you know, especially if it's a touchy subject or if it's a, tense, you know, if there's some sort of issue or something, sometimes a text can make it worse. Sometimes a text can make it worse. So you might have to, you know, speak and communicate how you feel about something rather than texting it, especially if you're not sure about it, you know. I was having a conversation with my cousin the other day, and he was telling me, he said, Charlene, whenever you're upset about something or something is bothering you and you're about to send a text to someone about something, don't send it. Write the text out, go to your notepad on your phone, open up that notepad app, type that same text in the notepad app and reread it to yourself. And wait at least one day, wait at least a day to think about that text. And if you still feel the same way after that day and after you've read it out loud to yourself, then send the text. But if you, after one day, be like, yeah, I don't know about this, and you've read it out loud, and it's not just you're texting it on a phone where it's just silent thoughts in your mind, where you actually say it out loud and you hear it for yourself, you get to hear how that person might read it and how they might interpret it. It'll save you a lot of issues in the future if you do that. And it made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. Sometimes, you know, you say things that you wish you didn't say. You know, you want to go back, you want to, you know, clear things up, or you want to apologize. It would save all of that later if you do that. He said, wait one day, put the text inside your notepad, read it out loud to yourself a few times, then wait. And if after a day you still feel the same way, okay, you can go ahead and send it. But if not, it will save you a lot. So give it a try. Give that a try, guys. Give it a try. Might work wonders. You never know. You never know. Oil. Look at oil coming on back down here. You guys see how oil moves exactly like US30? The thing is, I think it moves a bit cleaner than US30. Not on the 5 minute. Definitely not on the 5 minute. But on the 15 minute, it does move a nice and clean on the 15 minutes. Similar to US30, because this is a clean move on the 15. I'm liking the 15 minute on oil more than other time frames. I like the 15 minute. For entries, yes, but I mean, it's a little iffy on some setups. Yeah, see, if you let the 15 minute candle close, here's your entry down here, way down here. Stop loss way up here. But if you enter on the 5 minute and you wait for support to get broken, resistance to get broken, prices pumping down here, there's not a bullish candle in sight, this is going to come down, you know. Now we need to break this low right here to get confirmation that price is going to continue down. Or we could be retesting 50% of this move and price could easily do something like this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like that. Right? Because this is the area before we were looking for to take a buy. Remember? We were looking for price to break above these highs, come back and retest and continue up. So now this is retesting 50% of this move. If I bust out a fib here from low to high, god damn it, I hate when it does that. If I bust out a fib here from low to high, this is a beautiful 61.8 retracement for price to push up. If price does not break this area right here, more than likely we're going to go back. But if it does, more than likely we're definitely coming back down to support here. Only problem is there's no resistance in sight. So price could easily just dump here or a retest. So let's see what she does. She's either going to break up or come on downtown. Come on down to Pound Town. That's what she's going to do. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Have a plan, guys. Have a plan for what you want to see before it happens. You can't plan it while it's happening because then you might miss it. You want to plan what you want to see before. That way it'll give you more confidence to go ahead and enter and take the trade. Because if you don't have a plan, you don't have nothing, you don't know. You don't know. You know? I'm down for the beginner 3DC. So let's talk about that. I got a lot of reaction DMs on that. A lot of people were saying to do it online, that it doesn't need to be in person. I agree. I don't think it needs to be in person. But the reason why I offered an in-person option is because there are some people who feel like they learn better, more hands-on. They feel like, I don't know, it's just different. You know, it's just different having somebody, you know, right there next to you to really show you exactly what you're doing. We have some people that are not as tech savvy to be able to do things online. So they're like, hey, you know, can you just show me how to do this, boom, boom, boom. And that's that. So the overwhelming majority was for online. So I will start setting up dates for that online. It is going to be online. It's going to be online. That's a done deal. I think only one person said they would come for an in-person for that, but everyone else said online. So it's going to be online. It's definitely going to be online. So I'm going to start. Ooh, look at oil. Oh my goodness. She is coming, honey. She is coming down. Look at that, guys. I ain't gonna lie, we're missing all types of moves today. Today, I might not trade today. Today might be a no trade day for me. I think I'm talking too much on here and it's taking away my focus off the charts here. This is dropping here. We completely broke and we created a completely different leg here. Wow. What's US30 doing? Chilling? US30 is playing hanky-panky down here. Not doing shit right now. Just sitting at support, trying to figure out what it wants to do. I don't have time for US30 today. But oil, Damn, oil gave a nice drop. Wow. How did I not catch that? I think I'm talking too much on here. What do y'all think? I think I'm talking too much on here and it's distracting me from what I need to be paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? Multitasking is becoming a thing right now. It's becoming an issue for your girl. I'm gonna have to shut up and pay attention a little here. Because how the hell did I miss this drop? When did this drop take off? At 10:10? Look at that. Just broke support and continued right on back down. Sometimes I think oil is so predictable, guys, because we need 1 leg, 2 leg, 3 leg. Who's to say this won't come back? But yesterday it didn't do that. Yesterday it came down, pushed up just a little, and dumped some more. Yeah, right here. Yesterday. It did this nonsense yesterday. Came up just a little and whoosh, continued dumping. We have this beautiful double top here, another drop, another tap of this high, and another drop. If this thing turns around and goes back up, guys, that's going to be wild. That's going to be bananas. Bananas. Straight crazy. I don't like how this opened though. Why did this open like that? Why did this 5-minute candle open down here when it closed here? That's not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to happen. That's odd. Let's see. Let's see if this goes back up. We're about to find out. We about to find out. A lot of volume on oil today. I'm not used to seeing this. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not used to seeing this, guys. Oil is usually smooth. It's smooth. It's smooth up, smooth down, retracement smooth. It's a smooth pair. So all of this volume today, this push up we watched, and another push down. Smooth. Oops. US30 is looking like it's setting up a newfound area of structure to probably sell off. We were unable to break these highs here. Because remember, guys, as the market continues moving, remember, it is forming new structure as it moves on every time frame as it moves. Pay attention to that, okay? If I go to that was on the 5-minute, right? On the 5-minute, it looks super noisy, right? Up, down, little candles, low volume. It's a lot of noise. So when you see stuff like that, go up the time frames. The higher the time frame you go, the more clarity that you get as you're moving, as you're trading. So if I look here and I see, the 5-minute looks a little trippy. Let me see what's really going on here. So let me go to the higher time frames and see what could be happening here. Now, price is just lingering down here, right? We really don't know what price wants to do here. It's kind of just chilling. We could easily break to the downside or break back up. We really don't know which way the market wants to go. Not a big deal, right? It's just a patience game, right? But have a plan for what you want to see happen. Now, honestly, this is what I'd like to see. We already did that. We already came down and pushed up, rejected. We could be coming down, but this pullback here, based not off this move here. This is enough for this move, but I'm looking at this move, this leg right here that formed from this high to that low. From this high to that low, we haven't had much of a pullback in the way of that yet. We have an area of structure here, but this structure is in between all of this limbo right here. It's in between a bunch of just garbage, right? So I don't really trust it. My major areas are up here and down here for now. Anything that happens in here is up for debate, okay? So what do you want to see happen, Charlene? I'll tell you. Based on what's happening now, I want to see one of two things. I want to see us completely retrace and go back up. Or if we break support here, I want to see price give me a long engulfing bearish drop. I want to see a pullback to confirm that this area of support is now going to hold as an area of resistance. Multiple rejections, bearish candle closures, and a continuation for the sell. Okay, that's what I want to see on this beautiful Tuesday. The problem is it's 10:30. Volume is a little bit dying down. Hopefully we get something in the next half hour to an hour, because by 12 o'clock, 11:30, 12, if I don't see something, that will be it for me for today. And it's just going to be a no trade day for me. So we will see. Hopefully we get some more volume in here and we see something happen and we can get that. Okay. But if you were to ask me which side of the market I would rather take, I'd rather take a buy. Because I don't know when the support is going to break. And as far as the sells go, yes, I'd like to see sells too. But then I have to wait on a pullback. And that's more waiting. Oh, that's more waiting. So we're going to see. And we are 300 points away from resistance to support, potential resistance to support right now. And as far as support to resistance, we are 300 points away. What do you know? Halfway point of this move. 300 points up, 300 points down. Can I grab 20 or 25 points out of 300 points? Yeah, damn skippy. So let's see what's going to happen. Why don't we wait on a pullback if price would go up? We are waiting on a pullback. We are waiting on a pullback. But just not a deep one. I just didn't say it, but we are waiting on a pullback. It's the same thing. It's simplifying it. Run to the money, run. I don't know what's going on today. Oil is on the move today. Crazy, guys. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oil is pumping again? It sure is. Crude oil blessed. Big ups. Good stuff, good stuff. Patience is a virtue. Love you, Charlene. You're killing it. Awesome, awesome. Hi, Charlene. This is my first time here. May I ask where you're from? New York. What time do you come on every day? Read the description box. I took a buy at the top and it has trapped me at the top and reversed me all the way down and I went full margin. I'm about to die. I struggle with patience. No comment. No comment. Sometimes you gotta take the lickings for you to learn your lesson. You know how when you're little and you don't listen to your parents and they get that belt and they put belt to butt? That's how you learn your lesson sometimes. Sometimes your parents tell you don't do that. Mommy said don't do that. Daddy said don't do that. And the kid still decides to do it. Sometimes you gotta crack the whip on them so they can listen and then they won't do it again. Because they're gonna remember, hey, mommy said don't do that before and I did it. And I got a pow to my booty. So sometimes if you struggle with patience, sometimes you need a pow to your booty for you to understand that you need to be patient and not to over leverage your account. So what you're getting right now is that pow. You're getting that pow to the butt. So maybe with enough pows, you're going to understand that you shouldn't over leverage and you should not be impatient with your trade. And maybe then you'll be like, you know what, next time you want to hit that over leverage buy or sell, you're going to think, well, last time I did that, mommy said not to do that, and I got a pow. So if I don't want to get a pow, I'm not going to do that. So that's what I recommend. I recommend you take as many lickings as you can. You lose as much money as humanly possible until you get tired of losing. That is when you start to develop the what's the word I'm looking for? Discipline. Discipline. Sometimes you need that tough love. You need that tough love sometimes, guys. It is what it is, you know? Sometimes you got to hit your breaking point. You got to take some of the worst losses. You got to reach your breaking point before you say enough is enough. I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of spending all this time and money and not getting anything back in return, having nothing to show for it. So you know what? I'm not going to over leverage. I'm going to wait. I am not going to be impatient. I am not going to trade outside my session. I'm not going to trade 88 different pairs. I'm not going to take random trades. I'm going to take profit more. I'm going to withdraw more. I'm going to start doing what I'm supposed to do right. I'm going to follow my trading plan. because I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. Unfortunately, guys, some of us learn the hard way. You got to learn the hard way. I don't feel bad at all. I don't feel bad that you're about to die. Yeah, you should feel like that. That way you learn your lesson. You need that pop out. That way you learn your lesson. Promise you, it'll feel better later. You know how your parents used to whoop your ass and then say, hey, you'll thank me later for this. How the hell am I going to thank you later for whooping my ass? Yes, it's going to come. You will thank me later for this. And that's just what it is. You grow up, you're not breaking the law, you're in school, you're working, you walk in a straight line, you're not out here, selling drugs, hanging out in gangs, getting pregnant, doing all this nonsense that you would be doing if you grew up in a household with absolutely no guidance and no discipline. When you raise kids with no discipline, they're out there just doing whatever. They're out there doing whatever. They're going to end up dead or in jail. When you raise kids with no discipline. Same thing with trading. When you trade and you learn to trade with no discipline, you're going to be taking L's left and right. You're going to end up in trading prison, trading broke, or your pockets inside out. You don't know what to do with yourself because you ain't got no discipline. You ain't have no guidance. You have no mentor. You have nobody to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. You're just out here just willy-nilly. So good luck with that. Got to do what you got to do, guys. Sometimes you need that pop out. You need that tough love. Embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace the ass whoopings. Every ass whooping I got when I grew up, I deserved every single one. I still love my mom and dad to death till this day. With all the ass whoopings I got, you'll thank me later. I didn't get pregnant young. I wasn't in trouble. I didn't get in trouble in school. I never got arrested. I was in the house when the street lights came on. I was doing what I was supposed to do because I had guidance and discipline instilled in me at home. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. That's where it starts. So, you buy courses, you actually study, you put in that chart time, you start small. You don't take $5,000 and drop it in an account and try to flip it to $1 million. You take your time, you gradually take small steps. You learn from your mistakes, you journal your trades, you ask questions, you watch live sessions, you practice the things that you struggle with. And over time, you'll get better. Over time, you will get better. There's nothing you could do over and over again and not get better at it. Eventually, you're going to get better at it. But you got to learn from your mistakes. And too often, we get emotional about our trading. We get mad about losses. We get mad when we miss moves. You revenge trade. You over leverage. You do all the things you shouldn't do. It's like you get fired from your job, or your boyfriend dumps you and you just spiral into a dark abyss where you start drinking, you start doing drugs, you don't care about yourself, you start eating unhealthy, you're not taking care of yourself, you don't care, you fall into a depression, you start like life is over for you. You have more control over your life than you think. You really do. It's all about choices, decision making. That's all that is. You're either going to make the choice to be happy or you're going to make the choice to be sad. Let life happen to you, or you grab it by the horns and do what you got to do. Get yourself out of that situation. No one's going to come to your rescue. No one's going to come to your rescue, guys. You blow your account today, no one's going to come to you and say, oh man, really? You blew your account? Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, here's the account back. Here you go. Here's $1,000. Put it back into your account. No one's going to do that for you. Only you can pull yourself out of whatever hole you dig yourself into. Only you. You have control over everything. It's not what happens to you in life. It's how you react to it. It's how you react to it. You don't become unhinged. You don't lose your shit. You don't say fuck everything. Life is over. No, you do what you got to do. You find solutions to any problems, any obstacles that come across your way. If you struggle with patience, focus on more patience. Whatever it is you struggle with trading, focus just on that. And then when you fix that problem, you move on to the next one. If you feel like, damn, I struggle with patience. I'm waiting for price to get to this area here, and price is way up here right now, and I really want to wait for price to come down, but what if it comes, I could clock this trade? Set an alert and walk away from your computer. Set an alert, turn your speakers all the way up so you can hear wherever you are in your house, and when price hits your zone, then you come back. If watching the trade, watching the numbers fluctuate bothers you, don't watch the numbers. Open up the trade, watch the chart, watch the trade set up on your screen or on your phone, wherever it is you're looking at, but don't look at your MetaTrader. Don't look at the money, because if you know that that bothers you, and every time you see a certain amount of drawdown or a certain amount of profit, you feel like, oh, I want to close, or up, I want to open, or up. Don't look at the numbers. Just focus on the setup. Put your stop loss in a place that you're safe with, that you're okay with. Use the right lot size, and let the setup play out. Let the setup play out. Focus on the thing that you struggle with. Whatever you're good at, you're already good at it. So you don't have to worry about that. Just focus on what you're not good at. You know what I mean? A lot of problems we face in life have a lot of solutions. We just choose not to utilize them. We make trading hard. Trading ain't hard. We make it hard. Because we're hard-headed and we're greedy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We make it hard because we're hard-headed and we're greedy. We're hard-headed and greedy. So don't complicate it. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. I invested in myself with these lives, and I watch YouTube videos every day and study candle structure and backtest even harder on the weekends. I completely stopped going out and started to focus slowly and surely. My trading is improving. Love it. Sasha, I love it. That's what you got to do. If something is important to you, you make time for it, you focus on it, and you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. When I started trading, I didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew I was trading. I kept it quiet to myself. Studied and studied and studied. I wasn't going out. I wasn't hanging out. I wasn't watching TV. I wasn't anything. Well, I'm addicted to Survivor. I love Survivor. So anytime Survivor comes on, I'm watching it. All right. But that was my break time. That was my break. When I took breaks from trading or from studying, I would watch, you know, whatever TV shows I like and then get right back to the charts. I was studying at home. I was studying at work. I was studying when I was out running errands. If I'm at the nail salon getting a manicure and pedicure, I was watching somebody's YouTube video on some topic. If there was something I didn't understand, I watched videos and I understood, and I wasn't afraid to invest in myself. And by investing, I don't necessarily mean you have to run out and buy every single course, buy every in-person. Sometimes investing in yourself is just studying. Just getting on the charts and trying to understand what it is you're trying to do. Because I guarantee you guys, if you give yourself a solid year of non-stop dedication to this, guarantee you will see a difference. People say life is short, life is short. It is, but life in essence is really long. It's really long. So if you give yourself 1 year out of your life to live the rest of your life however you want, that's a pretty good deal. That's a really good risk to reward. Y'all wanna bust it down to trading? 1 year of your life to live the rest of your life however you want. That's a pretty good deal. That's a great trade, man. I'll take that trade all day, all night. You give years of your life to go to school. You give years of your life to get a job. You give years of your life to do certain things to get you to where you want to be. So trading is not different. Just look at it as a job. Don't treat it like a hobby. Treat it like a job. Treat it like I have to be on the charts from this time to this time every day, or this many days a week, or this many hours a week, whatever it might be. Find a schedule that works for you. And that's it. Give 1 year, maybe 2. 1 year, maybe 2 if you need it. But that's a pretty good trade-off. That's a very good risk to reward right there. To never have to worry about money again, to come and make money whenever you want. 200, 500, 1,000, however much money it is. Yeah, you might lose, but you have the knowledge. You have the knowledge. So more than likely, you're going to win a lot more than you lose. So, I don't know how else to put it to y'all, man. I really don't. It's not hard. If you really want it bad enough, you're going to do what you need to do to get it. Simple. You're either going to find a way to get it done, or you're going to make excuses as to why you can't get it done. And nobody cares about excuses. Nobody gives 2 shits about your excuses. Either you're going to do it or you're not. US30. I feel like US30 wants to just dump right here, guys. I don't know what y'all think. I feel like US30 wants to come down. But it's like lingering at that support there. Something is keeping it there. It just doesn't want to move. It goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, trying to come down. I don't know what it wants to do. If you're going to come down already. Just give us a pullback and I'm good. We'll jump in for the sells. Shit. Yeah, I don't get it. I hate when US30 does stuff like this, y'all. I'm telling you. Irks my nerves. Just move already. Look at what oil was doing. Oil did not come to play today. Oil did not come to play. Oil came with all the smoke today. All the smoke. Oil said, come on with it. Come on with it. Oh, US30 is tripping, Charlene. I got you over here. I got you. I got you. Oh, let me see something here. Oil is a complete rocket. Yeah, man. Yeah. Charlene, you have a good and golden heart. God bless you. I pray God blesses you with a good, God-fearing husband. Thank you. Thank you. We are greedy. True words. Someone once said, take the long road way, it's faster. Take the long way, it's faster. That's a pretty interesting saying. I'm the same way, Charlene. Nobody knows. I'm in my learning stage now, tapping into you. Yes. Yes. Sometimes, guys, support is very important. Having the right support system around you is very, very, very important. It might make or break you. It might make or break you. Imagine you're married to someone and you decide to start a business and you're like, you know what? I want to start a new soda company. I want to come out with my own soda. I think soda these days has too much sugar, and I want to come out with something healthier that kids can drink, anybody can drink, and all that. And your spouse is constantly in your ear telling you it's not going to work out. So there's Coke, there's Sprite, there's Fanta, there's Pepsi, there's Red Bull. There's all these different sodas out here. How are you going to compete with all those big companies? and you're trying to do your research, you're trying to learn the business, you're trying to get your foot in the door, and every day you just have this person, yeah. If you invest in something and you lose money doing it, don't let you lose money doing it, because then they're really gonna get on your ass. And now you're sitting there like, then you start wondering, maybe they're right, maybe this isn't gonna work, maybe I'm too small, maybe I'm overreaching. The people you have around you and the things you consume really do affect you, whether you know it or not. So you really truly have to make it your business to get the right support system around you. And if you know the people that are around you may not have the same vision as you, may not have the same mindset as you, you can't have them around, because they're gonna derail you indirectly. So sometimes it's best to just shut up and stay quiet and do what you're doing on the low, and let them see what they see. Let them know what you want to let them know. But in the meantime, while you're building and you're growing and you're getting yourself where you need to be, just focus on yourself. Nobody needs to know what you're doing. They don't need to know what you got going on. They don't know what you invested. They don't know what the name of your company is. They don't know how much money you're making. They don't need to know none of that. None of that. Your friends and family aren't going to be your customers anyway. Anyway, I don't have not one family member that I gave my course to or anything to that actually said, hey, Charlene, thanks so much for your help. Here's $500 for your course, because you're running a business here. Only recently I had a family member offer to pay to be in my private group. Every other person never said, hey, Charlene, you're running a business. I support. Thank you for helping me. Here's something. None of them. Your family and friends are not going to be your customer base. They're not going to be your biggest supporters. They're not. So don't look into that. Don't think about it. Don't feel no type of way about it. It's life. It is what it is. It is what it is. But you do what's best for you. You keep your mouth shut. You study. And you study. And you study. And over time, your success will speak for itself. You won't have to say jack shit. You don't have to say anything. They're going to come to you asking you what you're doing. You don't have to even come out and tell them. They're going to see you leveling up in life. They're going to see you changing as a person. They're going to see you walking different, talking different, carrying yourself different. You're going to be different. You're like, oh, what they got going on? Trust me, they're talking. They're wondering, what is this person doing now? And then they're going to do one of two things. They're going to want to know what you're doing so they can do it too. Or they're going to hate on you. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. Either way, you won, because you did what was best for you. You got something going on, and you're motivating them to get off their ass and do what they need to do, or leave them where they're at. It's not your responsibility what they got going on anyway. Let them do what they want to do anyway. If you're my friend, or you're someone that I'm talking to or I care about or whatever, and and you come around me and you ain't got shit going on, you don't have nothing going on for yourself, I ain't gonna judge. I'm not gonna say anything, but I peep. And trust me, how you are, how you carry yourself, the things you got going on, it's motivating people more than you think. It should be, at least. It should be. And they're watching, trust me. Once you start moving different, they're watching. They might not say anything, but they're watching in the shadows. Some people got to see it to believe it. That's what it is. They got to see it to believe it. So oil is pulling back here nicely. Beautiful retest to this zone here. Let's see if we can get some bullish candle closures for price to pump up here. What time is it? 11:05. Let's see here. Oop. Gotta use the little ladies room, guys. I will be right back.
Most important thing is to look at it.
We're not holding support here. Not holding support. Breaking low, but we can come back down here. Yes, sir. Coming back down. If we come back here again, that's going to be crazy. If oil comes back down here again, because we're so bullish right now. We left these long rejections. We pushed up. It could be a retest, but knowing oil, that thing might come all the way back down. This candle opening came bearish. Could easily leave a long wick and go back bullish. That's what I'm looking to see. But I needed to hold above this area here. I want to see us break this area and stay above that area. If we start coming down here, no, because support is way down here, so this could easily come back and retest support. So no need to hold this move. I needed to come do this, boop, and that, similar to what it did. Where is it? Where was that move at? here. Pushed up, boom. I want to see the same thing here. Push up, new high, and push. Same structure. The thing about oil though, oil doesn't have the same long wick rejection pullbacks that US30 has. It's different. Usually when you see the candle pumping like this, most likely it means that it's going to continue in that direction. You don't always see it. Like US30 could do that. US30 come down, wick, and then turn on and go back. Oil doesn't move like that. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. Oil does not. Most likely this could come tumbling down. So we gonna see. US30, I'm probably not gonna take any setups on US30. We're coming down nicely here, but I need to see a pullback. And I don't know if I'm willing to wait on that. So something like this is what I want to see. See why I wasn't afraid of the buys, guys? Because of that long rejection break, I wasn't trusting them buys anymore. And then the lack of volume, we never broke this high here. We held support, broke, retested, resistance, and now we're dropping again. And we are 100 points away from the previous high, which is a good drop, decent sized drop. So I'm gonna wait and see if we get a pullback inside this zone here. Price broke support. I don't know if I want to remove this zone just yet. I don't know if I want to remove that zone just yet. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see what price does if it pulls back. Then if it does, then it'll tell me if my zone is valid or not. I'm going to wait. But yeah, guys, I don't think I'm gonna take a trade on US30 today. I don't see it happening. Oil dropped. Oil did not maintain support. We're probably going to continue down here for oil. We're going to continue down. And no, we're not holding support. Let me see where I've seen that. Yeah, look at that. We broke structure completely on oil on the 30-minute. That's what should happen. This right here. But we don't have any volume. We have volume, but in the opposite direction. I'm going to wait and see. I'm going to wait. I think this is going to continue down, though. I don't see this stopping here. US30, okay, pulling back. Come on, pull all the way up here, US30. Come on. You can do it. Pull all the way back up here. Give me something, please. Let's look at the higher time frames here. Shiley, do you answer your DMs? I try to get to everybody. If you ask me a dumb question or something ridiculous, I won't respond, but most likely I try to get to everybody. I don't see everybody's DMs all the time. Instagram doesn't really give me all of my DMs sometimes, or it gives them to me late as hell. I don't know what's up with that, but I try to get to as many people as I can. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the YouTube live here. Just hang out with the private group for a little bit here. Missed a lot of setups today. But that's okay. It's Tuesday. We still have the rest of the week to find some setups. So I'm good, y'all, for today. Today was a decent day. I will see you guys mañana. Same time, same place. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. As always, it's your girl, your favorite female trader, SIMPLEFX, and I'm out. Peace.